Good day, everyone. In our previous lectures, we have been talking about various tests that need to be carried out to test the design and the working of your drone. However, while doing so, you need to keep a couple of safety precautions in mind so as to avoid any damage to ourselves or to the nearby surroundings. Our current lecture talks about the safety precautions that we need to take while testing our drone. These are very important to keep in mind because it may actually cost someone's life if you don't take care of them. So let's look at it in our upcoming lecture. What are the safety precautions we need to take into consideration while testing? The first safety precaution while testing is always make sure your drone is away from you. Even when you're starting to take off or land, always make sure there is a difference of couple of feet between the drone and you. This avoids any mishap due to loss of control or by mistake the drone hits the ground, any loss of control due to that also. So always make sure that the drone is away from you for your initial stages. Keep the drone always within the line of sight. As per DGCA regulations also, your drone should be always within the line of sight. So for your first couple of flights or tests, always keep the drone at a lower altitude and within the line of sight so that once you start getting comfortable, then you can go at a higher altitude or start taking it going further. But always for the initial tests and initial flights, have the drone within the line of sight of your. Check for obstacles nearby. Always check for obstacles nearby such as trees, buildings, any electricity poles which may cause video interference and various things, because these obstacles are the ones that will collide with your drone and actually cause damage either to the drone or to those obstacles. Always make sure that your obstacles are free from the drone where you're taking off and landing. So always look at the obstacles nearby before testing the drone. Understand the control of your drone first. First, understand how the controller is responding to the drone. What does what? In the sense, how does any change in the controller reflect in the drone? It is important to understand this because then you get familiar with the controls. Then you know exactly how your drone flies, how much does your drone actually change its direction when you give a small change of angle, and various other things. So always understand your drone first, understand the controls, and then you can do whatever you want. You can fly the drone farther away, whatever you want. But first, always understand your drone controls. Be situational aware while flying the drone. So I'll tell you some couple of scenarios. So once we were flying the drone, there was a couple of trees in between, and we thought we could pick it through the trees or so because there was enough gap. But what happened is as soon as the drone went within the trees, we actually lost control because some issue, and the drone actually got stuck in the trees. So it was very difficult. So always be situationally aware about where you are flying a drone because you don't want your drone to get stuck at a place where you're unable to reach or so. It is always important to plan where you're going to fly. Okay. So what will happen is then you don't lose your drone. So that's such a hard work you have done. So many components you have purchased are not gone, and you don't damage your drone or you don't damage the nearby surroundings. So all these things, all these safety precautions, you need to definitely take into consideration while testing out your drone. Thank you.